remember my first day of high school. It was really scary. It was a new school, new people, and I was really shy. I tried to overcome my shyness so that I could become popular. My goal was to, become one of the cool kids, join a sports team, get invited to parties, One day at lunch, I tried to find somewhere to sit, and I sat with the cool kids. They all stared at me, they just glared at me, and they thought it was strange for me to sit at their table, because at my school, I was sort of known as the weirdo. I don't know why they thought I was weird. I tried to join their conversation, but they all ignored me. The next day, one of the cool kids, she was one of the most popular girls in school. Her name was Mona. Mona asked me if I wanted to hang out with her after school, and I was confused to why she was talking to me. I said yeah. We became really close afterwards. We would share secrets. We would hang out after school. 2 more people came along, and we became a really close group. The 4 of us, we were inseparable. We were the friends that everybody wanted. We would always hang out after school, go to the mall, the movies, parties, and it felt really great. It just felt nice to have all the attention. But I sort of changed. I started to become a really mean, awful person. I was really mean to people, and I thought that maybe it was Mona who changed me, because she was known to be really mean to people. She would always talk about people behind their backs. I remember I asked her one day why she wanted to be my friend, and she felt sorry for me, and she wanted to help me try and become cool instead of this weird loser, loner. I didn't know how to react to that. Afterwards, I told her that I needed some time away from the group, and her especially, because I needed to find myself, because the person that I was being, it wasn't me. It was this version of Mona. Afterwards, I found myself again, and things are better now. I made new friends, and I learned from that experience and learned to find myself again.
Oh my god, we totally... Yes, it was the first day of 6th grade. I was so excited to finally be in the 6th grade and be top dog of the school. I went into my classroom and I met all of my classmates who were so nice to me, but some of them just seemed a little off. They kind of stared at me and gave me weird looks, and I was really confused. Sooner or later, everyone was doing it. I was so confused, and I had no friends except for one person. She told me everything and why everything was happening, and I almost broke down in the middle of class. What had happened was this girl, who was my best friend for 3rd grade, 4th grade, and halfway through 5th grade, was spreading rumors about me. Halfway through 5th grade, we stopped being friends. I don't know why. She was just being pretty mean to me, and she kind of just didn't want to be my friend anymore. And so in the beginning of 6th grade, she spread rumors about me on how I supposedly put her in a chokehold, almost broke her arm, gave her an Indian burn, and almost broke her leg in the exact same week. I was so confused and shocked, I just wanted to cry. I kind of hid my face the rest of the day, and I didn't know what to do. I thought after a couple of weeks that it'd go down and nothing else would happen. But a couple weeks passed, I really didn't have any friends still besides that one person. And so I politely asked her about the rumors and that I'd appreciate if she didn't say these things about me. She had claimed that she'd never said any of these things before, and I just reminded her politely that I wouldn't appreciate if she ever did, because the whole 6th grade was telling me that she did say this. A couple months after, it was totally fine. No rumors were being spread about me. I had to prove to everyone that I was a good person and that I'd never done those things in my entire life, and that she was a liar. Soonly enough, I gained amazing best friends that I couldn't live without. But about a couple months after everything was good, I had heard that more rumors were being spread about me from her. The exact same rumors. I was so confused, and I didn't know what to do. I confronted her again. I asked her politely not to say these things about me because she knows that they're not true. Of course, she was with her little pack, and she did claim that she never said any of those things. But what really comforted me is that all of my amazing best friends all told me, we're on your side, and we don't believe her. If you ever have rumors spread about you and you ever feel like you don't have anyone, always know that there are always friends out there for you, and I'm sure enough that you'll gain best friends.
I was born with a condition called alopecia, which means my hair follicles just weren't working and I never grew any hair on my head. So I was basically bald for most of my life because there's different types of alopecia. There's one where your hair can grow back and fall out, and there's one where it doesn't grow back. And I had that type, so it was pretty hard, like having no hair for most of my childhood, and I had to wear wigs and stuff, and it just wasn't very good. Whenever I was at sleepovers, they'd be like, oh my god, we should do our hair, and I just couldn't get my hair done because I didn't have any. And there was a few times where there were bullies and people were mean to me. Like one time in school, a boy pulled my wig off in front of everyone and everyone stared. It wasn't good. And then there's like a few times where I was confident enough to go out with no hair without putting on my wig, and there'd be people staring, pointing, laughing, and it was sad. But the good things that came with having no hair were I never got head lice. Like I remember getting a note home saying, there's head lice in your class, you should check your child's hair and stuff. And I never had to get checked, and I never had to get treated. I never had head lice because I just didn't have hair. And I'm also on a website called the Rapunzel Foundation, where children can donate their hair to people that don't have it. And actually, when I turned 10, my hair started to grow again, and I was like, this is so weird, why is this happening? And it grew and it grew and it kept growing. And then I got some hair extensions when it was long enough, and I had them for about a year. And then I decided I don't want them anymore, I want my own hair. And so I got them out, I got my hair trimmed, and it was just like a dream come true. I'd never gone out with my own head of hair, and it was just so great. And I was so happy, I was so confident.